Hello again, welcome back to the 22nd floor for some more of the Football Spy Show. We've got lots to get through, starting with Manchester City, where boss Roberto Mancini has admitted Tottenham winger Gareth Bale will be his top transfer target in the summer. We told you about that yesterday. Harry Redknapp at Spurs has had something to say about that. I'm going to read it for you now because he's been talking to Sky Sports News here in England, and he says, I don't really know why Roberto would talk about Gareth. It's great to have him here, and long may he stay at Tottenham. I don't see in any way that he's looking to move. He doesn't want to move. We don't want to sell him. So I think that's pretty much the end of that. Now, in the mirror, Spanish giants Real Madrid ready to end Emmanuel Adebayor's Manchester City nightmare by signing the striker on loan with a view to a permanent move in the summer. They're looking at 4 strikers in total, including Miroslav Klose. The London Daily Metro is saying that Arsenal Spanish keeper Manuel Almunia and the Russian striker Andriy Arshavin could be about to leave the North London club. We told you about that yesterday. Just sticking with Arsenal, they could re-sign the England international defender Matthew Upson from West Ham, which could see the Hammers move for Newcastle centre-back Sol Campbell. That's in the Sun today. One more from the Metro for you. They say that the Partizan midfielder Radosav Petrovic, hope I've got that right, is attracting interest from Manchester United and from Tottenham. Time for your messages, and just a quick reminder before we get into them to keep it clean. We've had to delete a couple of messages from YouTube because of the language, and remember, we're all friends on the Football Spy Show. Now, yesterday, remember, I told you how worried I was that I'd given the kiss of death to Arsenal's prospective move for the Werder Bremen defender Per Mertesacker. Well, Floyd Camp's been in touch to tell me that I have. He says here, Darren, your kiss of death has been realised. Per has categorically declined all offers. He wants to stay and improve Bremen's league position. By the way, any truth about Arsenal signing Legratali from Juventus? No, there's not. Stella Babes wants news on the Swindon striker Charlie Austin. Well, he's apparently disappointed that his club have rejected an offer from Hull, and he's been saying that he would be open to the prospect of discussing a move to a higher level. Rob wants news on possible Blackburn signings. Well, they're apparently looking at a young Barcelona striker called Ruben Rashina, who's said to be very good. Steve on our email spy@mirror.co.uk wants news on any more signings at Birmingham. You know that they tied up the loan signing of David Bentley last night. They're now asking about Sean Wright-Phillips at Man City on loan, and also Richie Wellens, the midfielder at Leicester. And apologies to Abdul Ali in Australia. Now, I've got to go through this. We've only just got this email after wading through the hundreds that we get every day, but I'll just whiz through it if I can. It says, first of all, I just want to thank and congratulate all the guys at Mirror Football for bringing us up to date of all the transfer dealings on the Football Spy Show. Keep up the good work, guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much indeed. He carries on. I think the total score in all 3 games on Sunday, we'll get to that a bit later, but he says, I think it'll be 7 goals. And he says, also, Darren, it's my cousin's birthday on the 12th of January. Their names are Khalid, Abdirashid, Romario. If you could kindly wish them a happy birthday, it would be much appreciated. So happy birthday, Khalid and Abdirashid. The radio station TalkSport are reporting that Chelsea and Liverpool's hopes of signing Roma defender Philippe Mexes have been hit by an injury crisis at AC Milan. The Italian giants are now favourites to sign the 28-year-old French international. The Mail say that Stoke City are lining up a £2 million bid for Aston Villa defender Curtis Davis. Cardiff are considering a move to bring back the West Ham defender Danny Gabidon, who's failed to agree a new contract with the Premier League club and will be a free agent in the summer. The Guardian reckon Manchester City striker Roque Santa Cruz is set to leave Eastlands and rejoin Blackburn. That's been doing the rounds for quite some time. Blackpool are keen to sign, very ambitious target this, the Arsenal midfielder Aaron Ramsey on loan. That's quite interesting on the TalkSport website. And QPR want Blackburn's Jason Roberts to replace their striker Jamie Mackie. He broke his leg at the weekend in the FA Cup. That's in the Daily Express. Competition time, and the race to win a Premier League shirt is bubbling along nicely. We've got one of them here. This is the Liverpool shirt, although I'm not sure too many of you will be wanting that at the moment. But there are 3 huge Premier League clashes on Sunday. Birmingham against Sevilla, Liverpool against Everton, and Spurs against Manchester United. We want to know the total number of goals that will be scored in all 3 matches. So if it's 1-0 in the first game, 0-0 in the second, and 3-2 in the third, the total number of goals is 6. Tell us the total number of goals that you think will be scored in all 3 games. Just those 3, no other games, just those, and you will win the Premier League shirt of your choice. We'll announce, obviously, a winner on Monday morning. Sahar is in London, thinks that 9 goals will be scored in the 3 games. 634 Nathan is in Germany, thinks that there will be 8 goals scored. Bien Fates in Scotland thinks that there will be 3 blockbusters on Sunday, as he reckons 12 goals in total will be scored across the 3 games. Strike Force Sound is in Tobago, thinks that there'll be 3 tight games with 4 goals in total. Ozzy Rick is in Canada, says 6 goals. Yoni Farber is in Sweden, says 8 goals. Tobias Hallwood is in Salem, USA, he says 7 goals. And I've got to tell you, we've dumped a lot of entries on the email spy@mirror.co.uk because we don't know what part of the world they are coming from. Remember to put that down. Tyson Magny has followed the rules. He's in Spokane in the USA. He thinks that there will be 14 goals across the 3 games. Wow. Remember to include your shirt size, and you've got to say where you're getting in touch with us from when you enter. You can get in touch via email, Twitter, YouTube, Mirror Football, or Facebook. And lots of you are saying very nice things about the show when you're emailing us. Put the words into practice and rate us on YouTube. That way we'll get a clearer idea of what you like to see on the show. Also, you can obviously put your own ideas down as well. The Football Spy Show is back tomorrow for you. We'll see you next time.